Well, I've come to speak with Mr. Albert Gubay about the latest situation with the Mount Murray Hotel. Before we deal with that, Mr. Gubay, let's take you back to the day of the fire. I know you got notified about it, you were in a meeting. I mean, could you believe it when you heard?
No, I was phoned by the mechanic from Mount Murray and he said, AG, everyone calls me AG as you know, yes. The hotel's on fire. I said, what's the bloody joke, George? He says it's on fire. If you don't believe me, come up here and have a look. So I was in a meeting, I couldn't get away. And it was a couple of hours before I got up there, and it was well away by then.
Well, we're looking at pictures now because we got there pretty fast, and initially we couldn't get access, then we went down that sort of side alley when we were in there. And I mean, you can just see from these pictures how it just went in that roof space at a heck of a pace.
It was like a wind tunnel.
And
the way it went through.
A combination of obviously the gusting wind, I suppose, and everything. So, I mean, I know thousands of people looked at our videos straight away and couldn't quite believe what they were seeing. Luckily, now today we've been back in, and I'm quite surprised that the main, what I call the reception area and all the function area is unscathed.
Yes, thanks to the bridge between the two buildings, the accommodation one side and reception on the other. It stopped at the bridge.
What's your plans?
Well, at the moment we're waiting for all the assessors, engineers to go in there, tell us how to make the building safe, and then to also tell us what we can knock down and what we can save. And we'll try and come back up on the same foundations and do it as quickly and as safely as we possibly can.
I mean, this obviously gives you an possible potential to build bigger, different, whatever. I mean, have you got thoughts there?
Unfortunately, fortunately, when I originally built this hotel, I was in South Africa staying with an architect friend of mine, and he stayed at a hotel and I went to visit him and I liked the hotel. I said, if we do this on the Isle of Man, copy this. So he took all the measurements. Now, little did I know then that I was building a hotel with rooms very large. I just didn't know the business, but we built them. And now today, they're the largest rooms on the Isle of Man. They're capable of satisfying 5-star. We will try and get the hotel up to 5 standard, which we will, but we will not open as a 5-star hotel because it requires a 24-hour restaurant. And on the Isle of Man, at this stage, I don't think we need that.
What about the casino side of this potential? Is that in this mix, or is this completely separate?
Well, as far as the casino is concerned, just within the last few days, I've found people who could become partners. 2 of them, in fact. And this has all been brought about, I understand, and I'm not a gambler, but it's been brought about by poker players who wish to play live and honestly. And so there's a trend today to have live poker on TV or the internet, wherever it is, and they can join in quite safely knowing that they're getting an honest game. And no better place than the Isle of Man, where gaming is doing very, very well.
So that's still on the runway, is it?
That's still on the runway, but not necessarily for me. I don't mind taking a part in it. I don't mind taking a large share in it. But I need to dispose of, I think, 50%, because whilst if somebody is looking after their 50%, they're looking after mine. And as I say, I'm not a gambler and I know nothing about gambling.
Got much more to talk about. If you just hold it there, there'll be more in our next section.